just 26 years in age, but with an experience of over a decade. He fought the world, he fought the circumstances to become one of the most preferred growth engineer, most sought after digital marketing expert. He had no place to call a home when he was barely 11, but today he explains the world how to create a digital paradise, to bring to life all their dreams. Come, let's meet Ankush Sehgal.
A man is counted by his experiences. Experiences make you whatever you are, and the reason for your success is how you have been through those experiences. But what if you are only just 26 years old? How much of experience would you then have? Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce you to our first guest of this episode. He's Mr. Ankush Sehgal, and his life gave him the biggest jolt when he was just 11 years old. And from 11 years to his 26 years of age today, in 15 years, he's turned his life around, and also of those who believed in him, who trusted him, and he's now known to be one of the most promising growth engineers this country would ever have. Thank you so much. Let's welcome our guest. Welcome, Mr. Ankush. How are you doing? Such a pleasure to have you with us here today.
Thank you very much for inviting me here. This sounds so amazing. What you just said, I'm actually feeling blessed right now from where I come and from where I'm sitting today. This has been an amazing journey, and I'm actually feeling very blessed right now sitting in front of you, getting interviewed.
Oh no, it's our pleasure, and I think yours is one of the stories which will definitely inspire a lot of youth in our country. So what exactly happened when you were in class 6 or when you were just 11 years old? What was it all about?
So when I was in 6th class, things happened, like life happens, right? So yeah, and my father left my mother. They got divorced, and after that, she was pretty much on her own because no alimony amount came from my father. So she was a housewife. She turned her life. So this is something that I always say. My journey is not my journey. It's actually my mother's journey. 6th class mein tha, 2006. She never worked her whole life, and because she had a responsibility now, she went to get a job. Got a job for a call center executive for 1,500 rupees per month.
And then उससे आपकी देखभाल भी start करी और अपना खुद की जिंदगी भी संवारने की कोशिश
Good thing was that I was a Kiwi student, so ज़्यादा इतनी फीस नहीं होती थी. But हमारे expenses still जैसे बच्चों के होते हैं, वो थे ही.
Of course, बच्चे होते हैं. There are many, dreams, खिलौने वगैरह, घूमना फिरना, बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं.
So I never got that. खिलौनों के मामले में I was always like understanding in this department.
Yeah, you told me this thing when we were speaking earlier कि आपके पास अगर कोई आता था some electronic toy, आप उसे खोल देते थे and you would start your engineering over there. And you made the first robot in class 6, you said.
Yeah, 6th class I made my first walking. Like I used my teddy bear for the base structure of it and built a robot out of it. So
how did the entire growth engineering thing happen to you? Like from robotics or something like that, and then you getting into growth engineering, and your company has been there for 8 years. Like, though you got it registered a few years earlier, but you've been working since class 11. How did that happen?
When I was in 11th class, I actually got failed, right? So I was not doing very good with commerce, and then I failed in maths.
Oh wow!
I failed in maths, and then I shifted into humanities. When I was into humanities, I had a lot of time because anything that these guys were teaching, I already knew. I read it when I was in 6th class.
Okay.
So all those things I already knew, so I didn't have to read or study anything, right? So I had a lot of time. What could I have done, right? So I used to roam around a lot on the internet, and I wanted to know like how these websites are built, right? So I started Googling, I started reading documentations, WordPress documentation, Blogspot documentations, and from there I learned how to make a website.
And 2 years you made websites for a lot of people, pro bono totally.
Yeah, totally pro bono. So 11th class till, not 2 years actually, it was 3 years.
Okay.
So first year of my college also.
You were the person who also refused the job in Google, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Exactly. So when the offer came to me in Google, I actually got hospitalized at that time. I got typhoid and I was hospitalized. and that gave me a lot of time to think about a lot of stuff. And once you get into Google, you don't leave it.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave it because it's actually the best company an employee can ever have. I knew that if I went into Google, my life will be that. I wanted to help a lot of people. This has been like since I was in 6th class. Actually, this has stuck around in my head.
And that is why you made something like Worthy Ads. Your company is called Worthy Networks Private Limited.
Worthy Networks Private Limited.
And why the name Worthy Network?
Because I wanted to build a network of worthy people. So simply worthy networks, right? So worthy people is basically anybody actually who has the drive to do something about their life.
Wow. So that's how Worthy Networks Private Limited came about.
Exactly.
How does it feel looking at that fascinating journey, where you said that you and your mother were on a survival of 1,500 rupees a month when you were in class 6 to today when you're earning lakhs a month and sitting here in this wonderful lush location of Hotel Crown Plaza in Rohini. It's one of the most prime properties in Delhi. It's so amazing looking at the palms and everything. Yeah. How does it feel?
It feels really good.
Of course, it does feel good. It does feel good. And who has been your inspiration all this while?
My inspiration has always been my mother.
What are the kind of clients that Worthy Network Private Limited's caters to? Is there any particular industry or anybody who has a bandwidth of, or does it require very deep pockets? What's it like? Because they said that you throw a stone in the crowd and it will fall on one growth engineer or a digital marketeer. So if you can understand what people might be, expecting out of this discussion. Yeah.
So obviously marketing is costly. Everybody knows that, right? And it is costly. Even if you get it from me, it's a bit costly. But I do a lot of pro bono stuff today also.
Wow, excellent. So it's not any industry specific, but you will definitely look into any client who comes to you.
Any company who has any digital dependency, for example, e-commerce sites or any company actually, any business that has digital dependency, I help them around because it's not like that I cannot help offline businesses. I can definitely help them, but my expertise is in digital.
So if there's one thing that you would like to leave the viewers with, what is that one teaching or learning that you would like to leave?
All right. So my life journey has always been about suno sabki, karo man ki.
Wow.
Always have that one scanner, you need to listen to everybody because everyone has something to say and a lot of people have something that you should be hearing, right? But have a scanner in between, a filter, a virus scanner.
That's a wonderful saying, friends. Nothing better could come out from, and in such an amazing way, our friend who is an expert in IT has said, put a virus scan in front of your ears, Let people say anything. Log kehte hain, ek kaan se suno, dusre kaan se chhod do. What he is trying to say is, suno hi mat. If there is something that is trying to put you down and tell you that, negative energies around, just don't let it enter your system. Scan it. Let only the good things come. Life is beautiful, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much for that wonderful learning, and I'm going to apply it from now on. And before we bid goodbye to you from this program, I would like to leave you with a wonderful token of our regards to you, a gift befitting a true leader.
All
right? So this is by All My Craft, and you will get to know what it is all about. Thank you so much for being over here with us today.
Thank you.
So that was Mr. Ankush Sehgal, viewers, a growth engineer who has been helping a lot of people around, businesses around. Do get in touch with him if you want to know something and learn from him. He does a lot of pro bono work as well. And again, remember what he said, the virus scan. I think that's simply classic. Stay tuned as we are going to welcome our next guest who has been giving direction to a lot of entrepreneurs around the country. Stay tuned, we'll be back. Thank you.
When he left all the comforts, he had the world under his feet. Being country head of a leading corporate brought him all the luxuries of life. But then something happened and he transformed himself into one of the best coaches of the world. His book on business clarity has been a bestseller on Amazon. His grip on the corporate world is simply amazing. Amit Chawla is truly a leader who creates leaders.
Is money the only criteria for life, for doing any work? क्या सिर्फ पैसे से contentment आती है? Will you only be contented that if you're getting money? Is there no other reason that would lead to a kind of fulfillment in your life? I don't think so. I think money is only a part of it, and there is something beyond money that drives you from within. And our next guest is a standing testimony to what I'm saying, viewers. When at the age of 42, where he was earning over an 8-figure salary a year, comfortably in the position of a country head of one of the leading global organizations in the world, he was still unsatisfied and he was searching within कि वो क्या है मेरे अंदर जो missing है, and that led him to become one of India's top clarity coaches. I am so thrilled. Amit, welcome to the show. This is Mr. Amit Chawla. I'm so thrilled to have you with us here today because I know जो आपने अपने अंदर खोजा है, जो आपको मिला है, what you have found. Today, he is helping several business owners across the country and helping them gain clarity of their dreams and their visions and their goals. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Amit Chawla. Thank you, Amit, for being here.
Thanks, Sudarshan, for inviting me to this show. It's so wonderful to see you here and in this wonderful place that we are in. And I'd like to just share a few things about my journey, how I became a clarity coach, and how to take this forward.
It is one of the most inspiring journey because usually people derive inspiration from those who are, fighting a challenge and coming out, और वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा प्रेरणा देने वाली कथाएं होती हैं, they are real life stories. But here we have a successful person who suddenly leaves everything in life and then decides, I've got to build a new road. Yeah. And I don't think there could be something more inspiring than that. And how does it feel in this environment? You have traveled around the world. This is a wonderful property. We are sitting in the Crown Plaza here in Rohini. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to be here in Rohini and in Crown Plaza and sharing my story, and to just let you know that it's not easy. It's not easy to leave a corner office and a big cabin and move into a shared office space in a co-working area at age of 50. So it's not easy, but when you have clarity of your life purpose, then it doesn't matter, right? Outside, I was successful, but inside, I was broken. There was something missing in me for almost 8 to 10 years. And that inner journey was so enthralling for me because I was trying to figure out there's something missing. There's something I'm supposed to do more, but I don't know what that is. I didn't have clarity at that time. Okay.
So, I get it that you didn't have clarity then. Probably now you are one of the most successful clarity coaches. So how did that introspection begin? What did you introspect?
So I thought I'm missing something. So I thought maybe I've not done my MBA. Okay, I've done my engineering, I've done my master's, but not MBA. So I did an executive MBA program for a year.
At 42?
Then at 42.
Oh, wow.
And after that, still no clarity. Then I thought maybe I have to work with some young entrepreneurs. So I started going to these co-working spaces and started mentoring some young startups. I got some...
While staying in a job?
Yeah, while in the job, on the weekends, right? That was like a pastime I was doing. And I found that it's interesting, but how do I do it? And then I got a coach. I got a coach for myself for 6 months.
Okay.
And she helped me actually improve my communication and leadership skill. But what happened was, Sudarshan, was after that I felt, ye kya hua? Why this change has happened in me? And then I went to learn coaching. On my own, I paid a couple of lakh rupees to learn coaching. And when I went to learn coaching, the first day, when I came back, everything connected. It was like a aha moment, the eureka moment, that orgasmic moment which happens, right?
Yeah.
When everything became clear that at age of 50, what I really love to do is coaching. Because coaching is a way to help others grow. Right?
Oh.
And when I was running a company, I was helping one company grow, but I'm coaching, I can help multiple companies grow. And also the coaching is a model where you ask questions so that you get answers and solutions from the other person. That was the moment that I got clarity that I should be a business clarity coach. And that day, I made 2 very important conscious decisions and conscious choices. One was to become a business clarity coach. And second was to become comfortable being uncomfortable.
Oh, wow. This is simply fabulous. How do you define it? Please explain further.
So when you become an entrepreneur and moving from a corporate job, everything that you do is totally uncomfortable. Like
Yeah, of course.
For example, networking. We never network in a corporate world. We don't network outside the company, right? But when you become an entrepreneur, you have to network with others. So that was very uncomfortable for me. And I was an introvert. I am an introvert. So it's very difficult for me to go and network. I learned that. Then marketing. You never do marketing. I never had to sell myself. It was not a personal branding, was missing altogether. So I had to learn that. Then selling. How do you sell your service? Because earlier I was selling a product or service of the company. Now I was selling myself.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And even sitting here.
And that too something that can't be quantified as a product. It's a kind of a service.
Yeah, it is a different way of, it's a different product and service altogether. And I had no exposure to that. So I had to learn all that. But in fact, I had to unlearn lots of things for me. Whatever I had learned, I had to unlearn and learn afresh. And that decision that I took, that will become comfortable being uncomfortable. Even sitting right now here, I'm uncomfortable. But I would rather watch an interview rather than being in an interview.
I can understand. I understand.
I want to be, I'll get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that has helped me transition from a corporate job to become a coach.
Amit, your life, the way you have explained right now, nothing suits a better example. Viewers, there is a story, and this is true about eagles. When they reach the age of 40, they climb on some high peak, sit over there, and they pull out each of their talons, their feathers, they break their beak, they pull out their nails, everything from their claws and everything, and sit there in pain and grow a new set of them. I think you have done something like that, if you ask me, totally settled and entering into a volcano called entrepreneurship, where, you never know what happens the next moment. A life of uncertainty, because in a job, you are paid. Here, you have to pay yourself and you have to pay everyone around you.
Yeah. So, and to just correct you over there, it's not I have done that, I'm doing it right now. So that's a journey. It's not a complete thing. That's
wow, so beautiful. So beautiful.
Is a process which continues. So and it will continue forever.
And what about Clarity First? And I'll bring this to light, viewers. Amit has authored a book called Clarity First, which went on to become Amazon's bestseller within an year of its publishing and its release. And that he did within just 3 years of getting into entrepreneurship. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Within 2 years, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. And it came actually because I met so many people in this world, Sudarshan, who have all the things with them. They have the money, the power, the education, the network, connection, everything they have. But they're missing clarity. They don't know how to leverage all the assets and resources that they have. And that is missing. And the book I've written, The Clarity First, is an attempt to bridge that gap so that people can take the next steps and make this world a better place to live in. And it has a bit of my story as well.
And you actually attend to your clients or those who seek clarity from you in your office, the Clarity Hive in Gurgaon, right?
Yeah, so I have an office called the Clarity Hive, which is meant for having one-to-one kind of coaching conversation.
What does ACDC stand for, your company name, ACDC?
Okay, ACDC is a name which is two things. So
quite rock and roll according to me,
Yeah, it is. But the part is ACDC is like a wave, right? So you have AC like that and DC like this. So it is what is indicating is a balance. Because outside you have this ups and down, but inside you need to be stable. So that's how I look at it, as ACDC.
Yeah, and it fits so well. I thought it was Amit Chawla, Deepika Chawla, your wife's name.
That is also true. It's a family name also.
So it all comes full circle.
Yeah, it comes full circle.
Any specific kind of clients that you actually cater to?
Yeah, so I cater to founders and CEOs of tech companies or service companies who have 100+ employees to help them grow. And that's what I do.
So it is about clarity of working in a job, or is it clarity about how to grow the business and how to take it to the next level?
Yeah, it's about the business taking it to the next level. It could be a department, it could be a business, because what happens is even if you are a successful person, a very successful person, you can help them make more successful. Because because they want to make a world a better place to live in, and I can help them do that. And that's what I really drive to achieve it.
If there is one thing that you would like to leave the viewers with, so that they can take it as a learning from life, or something that you would leave them with.
Yeah, so I would mention that clarity is very, very important in life. And if you are watching this this show and you are confused in life or in your business or relationship, then let me tell you, it is okay. it is okay to be confused, because confusion is the first step towards clarity. Right? It is not the opposite of clarity, it's the first step.
That is
and you have
such
to
an
just take a
amazing way to
step
say.
forward and you gain clarity. But also to check whether you have clarity or not, you can look at how you're working. If you're working hard, that means you do not have clarity. If you're working joyfully, that means you have clarity. Because what happens is, if you are working hard and not working joyfully, that means there's something missing in you. So my message to the viewers would be, do not work hard, work joyfully.
That was amazing, viewers. Do not work hard, work joyfully, because joy is the destination of every human soul on this planet, right?
Yes.
Thanks so much, Amit, for being with us here today in this wonderful location of Crown Plaza. And as a parting gift, we would like to give you something that befits a leader like you. It's a gift by our gift sponsor called All My Craft. You will love the gift. Before signing off, I would like to thank our sponsors, All My Craft, Hotel Crown Plaza, for this wonderful lush location, and our travel partner, Velocity Car Rentals. Do check them out. And until next week, let me leave you with a thought. Whatever happens outside, you never have control. But everything below the layer of your skin is in your control. Don't lose control. Thank you so much. Sudarshan signing off. See you next week on another fascinating episode of Leaders Today, where we'll introduce you to two more of really amazing, wonderful guests. Thank you.